Hi guys and welcome to Crazy Pepper Revenge. This channel is all about crazy true stories, stuff that happens in real life when things get a little bit messy, people dealing with drama, cheating, lies, breakups, and even revenge. Some stories are wild, some are emotional, but all of them will keep you watching. If you like real talk and real situations, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around. This is Crazy Pepper Revenge, where the stories get spicy.
They betrayed me. So I burned it all.
I'm Wade, 32M, married to Summer, 29MF, for 5 years. My younger brother Cole, 28M, has always been the family golden boy. Charming, successful CFO at a major investment firm, designer clothes, expensive car, the works. Everything I apparently wasn't, according to my parents, who never missed a chance to compare us. "Why can't you be more like Cole?" was basically the family motto growing up. He's married to Jade, 27F, who's genuinely sweet and didn't deserve any of what happened. It started with small things that slowly accumulated into a mountain of suspicion over about 6 months. Summer taking phone calls outside, claiming they were work-related but stepping away whenever I got close. Late nights at the office that seemed to multiply every week. Weekend meetings that kept popping up out of nowhere. She'd flip her phone face down whenever I entered rooms, changed all her passwords without explanation, and angled her screen away when texting. Then, there was the new expensive perfume she started wearing. Definitely not something I'd given her. The worst part was how increasingly distant she became, especially after our failed attempts to start a family. We'd been trying for kids for 2 years with no success. The fertility specialist cleared us both during our last visit 3 months ago. No medical issues on either side preventing conception. But Summer's eyes told a different story when we got the results. "Sometimes these things just take time," the doctor said. "Maybe some men just aren't meant to be fathers," Summer muttered under her breath, just loud enough for me to hear. That comment lodged in my chest like a splinter, festering with each passing week. Combined with all her suspicious behavior, I made the difficult decision to install a hidden camera in our living room. The thought of spying on my own wife kept me awake for nights before I finally went through with it. Completely legal in our one-party consent state. I positioned it perfectly among the books with clear view of the entire room and excellent sound quality. 2 weeks of monitoring showed nothing unusual, then everything changed on a Tuesday evening. I came home early from work and checked the security feed from my office. Summer was pacing near the window, phone pressed to her ear, looking visibly agitated. "I can't keep doing this. He deserves to know. No, I know what we agreed." "Tomorrow, then." Her voice was tense, almost desperate. Whatever was happening would come to a head tomorrow. When she came downstairs to the kitchen around 9:45 p.m., I decided to test her. Asked casually about her day, mentioned Cole had stopped by my office earlier, inviting us to family dinner, and said he'd run into her at lunch. Her hand trembled as she poured wine, nearly dropping the glass. She claimed she had client meetings all day. When I pressed about what was happening tomorrow, mentioning I'd overheard her call, the color drained from her face. "You were spying on me?" she asked, hands shaking visibly now. I countered that I shouldn't have to spy on my wife to know what's happening in my own marriage. She tried to leave, but I gently caught her arm. "No more running, Summer. No more lies." "What's happening tomorrow?" For a moment, something like regret flashed across her face. Then her expression hardened with resolve, and she walked purposefully to the living room, directly in view of my hidden camera. "Fine. You want to know? Let's do this now." She turned to face me, lifting her chin defiantly. "I need to tell you something, and I need you to just listen. I'm pregnant." In another life, those words would have been cause for celebration. But the look in her eyes told a completely different story. "It's Cole's. We've been seeing each other for over a year now. He gave me what you couldn't." My fingers dug into the leather armrests, but I kept my face completely impassive. Every suspicion, every doubt crystallized into cold, hard reality. "Your parents know," she continued, her voice growing stronger. "They understand. They're even planning an engagement party for next week. They've always known Cole was the stronger one, the more capable one. I tried with you, Wade, I really did. But Cole is everything you're not. And now he's given me the baby I always wanted." The casual cruelty in her tone, the way she delivered that final insult with what looked like pity made my blood boil. But I kept my composure and calmly pulled out my phone, opening the security app and pressing play. Summer's earlier phone conversation filled the room, followed by our kitchen confrontation and, finally, her full confession. The color completely drained from her face as she listened to her own voice condemning her. "What did you do?" she whispered, her voice rising to near panic. "What I had to do," I replied with deadly calm. "I've suspected for weeks, maybe months. I just needed proof. My lawyer already has a copy." Then I delivered the knockout punch. "Cole's wife has a copy, too. Jade deserves to know what kind of man she married, especially since she's carrying his child, too." Summer's carefully constructed facade finally cracked completely. She tried begging, saying we could talk about this rationally, but I was completely done. "You chose my brother over me. You let my parents plan your engagement party while you were still wearing my ring. You've been lying to my face for over a year. What exactly is there to talk about?" I told her to pack her things and get out that night. Before she even made it upstairs, my parents started texting. "We need to talk about Summer and Cole. They love each other." "Wade, try to understand." I blocked all their numbers immediately, then Cole's when he tried reaching out. Jade called me around midnight, sobbing hysterically after watching the video. "Tell me it's not true," she pleaded. I had to confirm everything was real. "I'm pregnant too," she whispered. "We're supposed to have a baby together. How could he do this?" We talked for an hour, two people whose worlds had been completely shattered by the same betrayal. We met at her doctor's appointment the next day since Cole was supposed to be there. She couldn't face seeing him alone. Turns out we made incredibly effective allies in this nightmare. Jade was stronger than I expected, channeling her devastation into cold determination. Jade had done her own detective work overnight and uncovered something that made the betrayal even worse. She found that Cole had been systematically embezzling company funds through multiple shell accounts to finance their secret life. Apartment rental agreements dating back 3 months, luxury furniture deliveries, utility setups, all for a downtown complex I'd never heard of. She also recovered deleted text messages from his cloud account because he'd never changed the password from college, ironically, their anniversary date. The messages were absolutely damning and showed months of careful premeditation. "Got the apartment set up. You'll love the view. Wade suspects nothing. Mom and Dad are thrilled, said they always knew you deserve better. Just a few more weeks of pretending, then we can be together openly." These were dated 3 months ago, well before either pregnancy was announced. They even joked about Jade's pregnancy being inconvenient timing for their escape plans. I met with my lawyer Stone the next morning, chose him specifically because he's known for being ruthless in divorce cases. When he saw the video evidence combined with the financial crimes, his cold smile told me everything. "We can bury them," he said simply. The evidence was ironclad. Cole's company board was meeting that same day about the embezzlement evidence we'd provided them. His phone kept buzzing during our lawyer meeting, probably termination notices and criminal referrals. Meanwhile, Summer kept trying to call from different numbers, claiming the twins were my family and I should care about them. I blocked every attempt. The divorce trial 3 months later was absolutely brutal and became very public when news leaked about the prominent CFO's crimes. Stone presented everything methodically: the video confession, financial records showing Cole's systematic embezzlement, recovered text messages proving months of premeditation. The courtroom was packed with reporters and curious onlookers. We called Jade to testify about discovering the affair and Cole's financial crimes. She was devastating on the stand, describing how she found messages between Cole and Summer dating back over a year. They discussed how funny it was that I'd gotten pregnant right when they were planning their escape, she said, her voice steady despite the pain. When Cole took the stand, his famous charm completely evaporated under Stone's relentless questioning. He tried claiming the company transfers were legitimate business expenses, but Stone had documentation for every fraudulent transaction. Finally, Cole snapped under pressure. "Fine, yes, we planned it. Wade was always the family disappointment anyway." Summer deserved better than him. I couldn't help myself. I stood up in court and responded clearly, "You stole my wife, betrayed your own wife, embezzled company money, and got them both pregnant within months of each other. Tell me, brother, what exactly makes you better?" Summer tried playing the pregnancy card throughout her testimony. one hand perpetually cradling her visible belly like armor. Her lawyer attempted to paint it as an unexpected love story, but Stone surgically dismantled every claim with documented proof of calculated betrayal. My parents' testimony sealed their fate completely. They admitted to knowing about the affair for months, actively supporting it and planning the engagement party while I was still trying to save my marriage. Their own text messages encouraging the betrayal were read in open court. "Summer, you and Cole will make such a beautiful family. Wade was never right for you. The engagement party is all arranged. Don't worry about Wade. He's always been the weaker one anyway." The judge's ruling was decisive and harsh. Given the affair's premeditated nature, the financial conspiracy, and family involvement in the deception, I would retain all marital assets. The house, investments, retirement accounts, everything stayed with me. Summer would walk away with nothing. Furthermore, the judge forwarded Cole's financial records to the district attorney for criminal prosecution. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed because the story had everything: affair, embezzlement, family betrayal, pregnancies. Cole and Summer tried hiding from cameras while I walked past with my head held high. Cole eventually pled guilty to embezzlement and received 3 years in prison. The company pressed full charges and sued for restitution. My parents became complete social outcasts when their role supporting the affair became public knowledge. Longtime friends cut them off entirely, their country club membership was revoked, and Dad lost several business relationships. 1 year later, I got promoted to Cole's old CFO position, and the company is thriving without his creative accounting. Summer moved in with distant relatives across the country, her dreams of luxury completely shattered. She had twins, but I want absolutely nothing to do with them. They're complete strangers to me. Children of betrayal. Jade divorced easily with Cole's conviction making it a formality, had a healthy baby girl, and is genuinely thriving in her new independent life. We stay in touch as friends who survived the same trauma. My parents keep trying different phone numbers, claiming the twins are still family, and I should want to meet my nieces. They even showed up at my house once. I had them removed from the property. They chose their golden boy over me my entire life, supported his betrayal of both our marriages, and now want forgiveness they'll never receive. Some bridges you don't just burn, you nuke them from orbit and salt the earth.